I'm going to talk with Jeetin. Jeetin is a performance artist based in Bangalore, India. He has a beautiful approach to his performance art. He does not involve in art politics, but always focus within himself. Jeetin and I met in Kipaf.
Kipaf, yeah.
Kipaf, 2016.
2016, yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, you were in the front of market and you had this bra performance. You were wearing bra. Oh, no, is it?
Pink color bra. It was a pink color bra.
Yeah.
And I was walking down the that market area that is called as New Market area.
In Kolkata.
In Kolkata, yeah.
Yeah.
It is one of the most busiest market there.
Mm.
So I was wearing a pink color bra and I was holding a bell in my hand that they use in the temples here in India.
Mm.
So I was using that bell also. So that work was it was on the idea of gaze, because that market area is very, very dynamic. From morning till evening, it is generally a usual market. Around evening 5:30, you will start seeing certain group of women standing in the market area. And there are these posters with phone numbers and stuff. You can call them and you can arrange a thing. That is how it was. So that's where I came up with this idea of wearing a pink bra and then walking down the street. It is a very crowded street, and generally people brush up also. The bodies brush up also while walking. So that also has been quite a lot. Like when we were walking, I could see how men look at women or how they were trying to brush up some of them. Those things were there. So I just wanted to work around that whole idea of gaze. See, the whole idea behind that performance was a lot of my female friends and curators felt angry because of this performance. They said that how can you do a performance like this? You're not a female and you don't even know what a female goes through and all those things. But my idea was, see how I work with my performances. Whenever we do performance, it is an image. Every time somebody is looking at anything, that is just an image that goes into your subconscious. The words does not go into your subconscious. It is always the image that goes into the subconscious. So I wanted to kind of disturb that image making process. So whenever men look at a female, now I have actually put a bug inside their subconscious where they have a image of a male wearing a pink color bra with a 7 kg dumbbell inside it, and then I'm ringing a bell. So what I'm doing, I'm ringing a bell. That bell actually is used in temples in India. And then I have this bra and I'm a bare chest and I'm wearing a what do you call that, black trouser. So every time they are trying to look at a woman's breast, they will have this kind of disturbing image in their mind. Majorly, a chunk of my work has been on the idea of either body in a space, and displacement of bodies, all these things. Majorly, my works comes from that. Lately, then now my works, like let's say from 2016, my works started transforming towards more of body and energy exchange between bodies in a space. Earlier, yes, yes. So I will tell you about one of the work that I'd done in Serendipity Festival. That was again in 2016. 16, yeah, where I had got a.
Which place?
That was in Goa. I selected the courtyard and I took a old 300-year-old Portuguese bed in the middle of the courtyard, and then
Nice.
the performance name was Nivriti. So in that work, I was just wearing a ferran. Ferran is again a kind of a gown that people wear in Kashmir, and I've been working a lot in Kashmir. So from there, I took it as a skin over my body because it is coming from a conflict zone, and when I'm wearing it, it is again kind of showing the conflicts behind the whole. It brings that political statement of conflict on a body when you wear it as a skin. So I wore a ferran and I was naked inside. And then I was asking people to come and sleep with me. So I would just sit on the bed from morning 8 till evening 8. and random people will come walk into the palace to look around the artworks, and then the volunteers will escort them to me, and people could come and directly sleep with me. So from that work, I started working with energy transfusion also, of how energy works, how energy is between two bodies, how can you sense energies of other person and then work with their thought process, or how can you understand their thought process, all those things. But that work was one of the most strongest work, I believe, because once I finished that work, I was totally empty. I did not know what is that I can do, because that work had gone up to a level where I thought that I cannot do any other work which can match to this level. So that was a struggle point. It was a very good work, but that was a very big struggle point for me, because
You went to the peak.
in that performance, people will come and hug me, and we would actually cuddle and sleep. So I would allow people to sleep with me. While they are sleeping, you can focus on the breath. With the breath, I could easily tell them that what is going wrong in their body, like
Are
where
you
they
touching them like hugging?
hugging, sleeping properly, hugging, and doing this and sleeping on the bed.
Oh,
That, that is what we were doing. And while doing that, I could easily tell them that which part of their body is having a problem and
really?
what is happening inside their body. So that's there. So that has gone to next level. Now I can do that just by, if a person is sitting next to me, I can sense their energies and I can tell them what is happening with them. Because I was not trained in it, and I was not.
So starting like your.
Yes, yes, yes. So I did not know what to do. I would just tell them that this is where you have a problem, and they would get shocked that how do I know that they have a problem in that part of the body. Like I would tell people that you're not drinking water and you're not urinating, so there is a pain in your lower abdomen, and they used to get shocked. But I did not know how to heal that. And see, again, as I told you, I was not planning. So I was absorbing a lot of that energy without knowing how to release that energy, without knowing what can be done with that, or what I have to tell to these people. But then slowly, I equipped myself with the techniques and the tools to help now. So now I know if a person is coming to me, I can directly tell them that if they have a problem, I can tell them that, yes, you can do these things, and it will help you. Like most of my clients have been able to heal their chronic diseases, like heal their tumors and stuff like that, and chronic ailments also. They're able to heal that. So now I can do that. But at that point of time, I had no clue. So what happens? Uh, Energy always flows from a higher end to a lower end. So they would get energized, and I would be left with no energy. So I would
Also,
be totally drained out. So that was it. But then luckily there were few good artists. There was this artist called Nupur. She's from Bangladesh, very beautiful artist, very beautiful person. So at one point of time, she realized that I'm totally lost. So she came to me and she said, Jitin, you're totally low on energy, you're totally drained down. Come, you need to sleep now. So she came to me, she hugged me, and she made me sleep. Like earlier, whoever was coming, I was making them sleep and I used to be awake. But then she made me sleep. And after that thing, I was totally like, I was able to come back to my sense, and I had that energy.
wow,
Yeah.
wow, amazing.
Yeah. I was part of Colombo Binale also. So there also had done this performance, and it was amazing. For a male, again, how will they sleep with a guy? Like once one of my volunteer asked a reporter to come and sleep with me. He directly told on her face that, why will I go and sleep with the guy? I would rather sleep with a girl. That is how people come to you. So when the Sri Lanka thing was happening, this guy came in with a very strong emotion. So you have to learn to breathe, because if he's coming with strong emotion, my breath will also increase heavily. It will become very heavy breath, and the whole performance will fall down. So as a performance artist, the most important thing that I think they should learn is to breathe, how to control your breath.
Yeah.
Because if you can control your breath, there's a lot you can align your body with. So when that guy is coming, the first thing that will hit me is anxiety, nervousness, fear. If I allow those things to hit me, my whole performance will go, because then my physical body will start reacting. At
Right.
this level of work, your physical body needs to be totally in control. If your mind is not able to control your physical body, see, I'm actually basically naked inside. I'm just wearing that farron. I'm not wearing anything else. So I'm naked inside. So if I'm not able to control my physical body, it becomes very difficult. For that, the most important part is to control your breath, align your breath with your body, and then focus. So whenever people come in, I will start breathing like them, and then slowly, my breath, I will make sure that my breath becomes long breath in, long breath out. So I'm relaxing, and slowly, the other person gets relaxed. Generally, that is what I've seen with the young artists who are coming out of college and who wants to do performance art, is they will get into a performance and then they will get anxious or nervous very fast. So if they know how to control their breath and how to consciously breathe, it becomes very easy. It becomes very spontaneous how to go into that zone where everything happens spontaneously and you're just flowing as energy, or you're just flowing as water, and the whole work happens beautifully. So that's what I focus on. So this was the bed performance. If you see carefully, this is the whole palace. This is the courtyard, and this is how I was sleeping with the people, whoever were coming in. And then if you see in this area, there's this one of the small video and audio installation was also there. So this is how the whole work was. So when I was sleeping with the people, I would actually hug them tightly and give them a tight hug and then sleep with them. See, what I believe in, according to me, in my works, I cannot fake them, because then I will not be able to show, I will not be my true self. That becomes a problem with me a lot, many times. So what I try to do is I try to just let it flow, however it is going, and whatever is happening, I just let that thing flow. It was also very interesting. This was in Chandigarh Museum, where, and it is in winters. You can see people are wearing layers and layers of clothes. So I took this huge cube of ice. Again, generally, whenever I wear this farron, this is called as farron. It's a gown. It's a Kashmiri gown. This is called as farron. So generally, whenever I wear it, I generally don't wear anything inside. So I wore it, and I was sitting on this ice cube for almost 3.5 to 4 hours. Again,
that's very cold.
Yes, and it was in the basement, so it was very cold, and it was in winters in North India, and North India winters are very harsh.
Yeah.
So in this work also, I was inviting people to come. They can touch my hands, or they can, if they are okay, they can touch the ice also, the cube, and they can talk. So what happens in these kind of these? So these were initial learning stage works for me. How I can connect with the audience, how the audience can see. I'm always interested in one thing, that whenever I'm doing a performance, how the witness becomes the audience, or the audience becomes the witness, and then they become the collaborator. And at times they become the performer and I become a witness. Okay. So in this work, that is what was happening. So according to them, I am sitting there on the ice and I'm doing that. But when I invite them to come and talk, as soon as they touch the ice, or as soon as they touch my hands, they would either start crying, or they would either start saying things that they have not shared it with anybody.
Really?
Yeah. So it was intense on that level. So they would start talking to me. And then there were some people who realized that I was feeling really cold. So they would just come and touch my hand, like this lady. She just held my hands and she was trying to give me heat through her hands so that I can hold it more longer in that way. So that's where I said that I always have good people around me who always come, who realize that there is something happening with me, and they would come and help me. So that was happening. So from here, I started realizing how simple things in performance art can actually make the audience become a collaborator, and after a collaborator, they become the performer. Once somebody comes onto the bed to sleep with me, I cannot tell them after 10 minutes, yes, it's done, you go, because then it will be fake. It will be cheating. They come, they cuddle me, they sleep. And I have no control on their sleep. A person can sleep for 15 minutes. One guy slept for 2 hours. I just cannot control that. And that is what is the beauty of this process that I like. That yes, I have an idea, but that idea is growing organically. I initiate it. I am trying to maneuver it, but at one point of time, I cannot even maneuver it.
You're surrendered. You're surrendered to that.
Yes, you are into the process and you just accept the way the process is happening, and you just go with the process. See, this is how it works. If I'm doing a performance and back of my mind, if I'm thinking that, oh shit, somebody is documenting it, somebody is not documenting it, then I'm not present in my work.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm not connected with my body. If I'm not connected with my body, my energies are not aligned, I will not be able to work. People
Which
still
means
might.
your breathing is thing also.
Yes. See, usually whenever you get angry, your breathing change. Whenever you're sad, your breathing will change. Whenever you're happy, your breathing will change. How many times are we aware of it? We're not even aware of it. So performance is a time where I'm totally in control of my breath. I'm totally aware. I need to control it. I need to synchronize it and then get into the work. But as soon as I have a thought of that, oh, somebody is not documenting my work, that means my breath has changed.
Yeah.
My whole energy is changed. So I cannot allow anything like that to happen. Because then that will spoil the whole process of the work. It's a very organic process. Once it starts, it has to go in a loop by its own. If I bring a thought from anywhere else, let's say when doing the doing the cuddle performance, the sleeping performance, Nivriti, if I had brought any other thought in my mind, my body will react to it. My organs will start reacting to it. See, I'm just wearing that gown and I'm naked inside. If I'm not controlled in my mind, my body will react to that, whether it's a male or a female, because it's a very intimate, personal situation.
Right. That's not easy.
Yes, and I'm not doing it fakely. I'm not just hugging them through the chest. I'm actually putting my leg over them and I'm touching each and every part of my body to them. So it's very important for me to control it. Or rather than controlling it, to be connected with my internal energies and be focused. Controlling will be a wrong word, but being focused is a right word. Because if I'm not focused, see, when people are coming into those kind of works, they are also feeling the bodily touch. They are also feeling sensual excitement or energies or whatever it is. It is on me to bring them down, calm them down, or if I'm not connected with myself, if my energies are not content, if I flip, everything will change.
Right. Will change whole meaning.
Yes. So visually for the audience, that performance might be something that, oh, he's just sleeping with somebody.
Yeah.
That is it. But on two personal level, when two bodies are coming together, you know how difficult it is to control it. But if I put my mind into controlling it, it will be a flop. It will be totally a failure because I will be controlling. I need to just be present in that moment, remove any judgment from my mind, and just be there. Hug that body as just a body, and just be there. Once you start doing that, you get into that, and that can be only done with breath. If you're able to control your breath, you will be able to do that, because people will do certain movements. They are feeling your body, they are feeling your energies. We are talking about energies, but as soon as somebody comes into that work, the first thing that comes is the touch, is the smell, what they are smelling, what I am smelling from their body. There's a lot of sweat. So if my focus goes on to the smell, I will be disconnected. If my focus goes on to that, oh, some part of my body is visible, or some part of my body is touching there, some part of body which is not connecting properly, or which is getting disturbed and thing, then again I'm not into the performance. So I need to get out of that zone and just be there as a. So as you said, you have to just surrender that I am just a body. I'm just letting a body come and closer with me. That's it, nothing more than that. I'm not bringing in any thought process. If I bring in any thought process, it will flop. It will be a big failure. That's the major problem in that. And that's same with all my performances. I focus more on all my performances. I will work on my fears. I will focus on going much more internally than outwards. And it's the same thing that goes with the collaborator who comes in, or the witness who comes in my performance. They should also go internally, more inside rather than externally. Then it becomes an experience. That's more important, and that is why I guess I'm more now into healing and therapy and all those things, because now I've realized that I can help people, I can guide them how to release those energies, or how to work on them, and how to heal their body. See, anything that is happening in your body majorly will have an emotional reason behind it. People generally don't understand that. People think that, oh, if I'm getting cold, if I'm getting fever, it is just because the weather is changing. It is not. It is majorly something has happened or opened up in your subconscious that has triggered something, and then this is happening. So if I'm able to help people to become aware of that trigger, what is opening up in their subconscious, then you can help them grow. I will be not healing them, they will heal themselves. It is just that we are creating a platform where a person becomes more aware of their energies, more aware of their own subconscious, and then they get answers from their own subconscious. That's the whole idea. And that is what happens with the performance also.